Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at our waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Look at the heel of your opposite foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening upper span, parallel feet. Choose one side, sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Golden cockerel. When golden cockerel stands on one foot, we know that we are taking safety measures by using our whole body to not only concentrate, but to place our hands and our feet in the correct way. So what do I mean? The center hand or front hand centers our body, whereas the other hand has an important job to push down as we come up. Counterbalance. Counterbalance. The foot does not remain to the front of where it stands, but it slightly dips inward, where the hand in front is aligned. The other hand pumps down while the other foot comes up. Counterbalance in two ways. Countering, center and side. Countering, foot comes up, this one pushes down, but not to the point where it's abrupt and without a bend, but softly. So even though our balance has gotten much better and we are very happy, we can improve on how we do our golden cockerel. Okay? So we're looking for soft, we're looking for safe, we're thinking about how our body is going to be able to help us in all instances. So can we try to open our minds? A new session. I have other new things I want to teach you, but if you come into the class knowing that you will learn something new, you need to clear out and open up those minds and be receptive to new ideas, okay? So let's do a new version of golden cockerel, making sure first that we are soldiers stiff as a board, then dropping our shoulders in a relaxed way. When our shoulders are relaxed, 3 or more things happen. Our chest is hollowed out. Our butt is tucked under. Our knees are relaxed, but not too relaxed because there's not movement yet. Our head is erect, held up by the silk silver thread. Our chin is down. Our glance is way ahead, outward rather than to the floor. We have a span in our footing because we know that there's going to be action. Unlike when we do Tai Chi, we are always in motion, but we're starting with a stationary position. Therefore, we need to not keep our feet up together, but apart. Okay? Here we go. New elements worked into your system. Last set. Okay, so basically, when you do your golden cockerel, you know the elements that should furnish you better balance, but you also are in your own rhythm. So a lot of times, if you're really concentrating on yourselves, you know, you're in your own zone, you're concentrating on your dantian, don't forget that, 2 inches below our navel, That is our center of gravity. Oftentimes when you watch me, I falter, then more than likely, if your concentration is not strong, you will falter also. So talking about rhythm, okay? So rhythm, and in your own zone, moving on to kicking out with your right and left. Here again, if we know that we are at 50-50 even distributed weight, and we know we want to kick out with our right, we all know that we need to shift our weight to the left to come out to our right. Do we realize that we do not shift first, then decide to come up? We know that Tai Chi bears on using your whole body to make movements apparent. So to do it incorrect, I'm at 50-50. I know that I want to kick out with my right. I shift, and then I come up. It's not correct, okay? So you want to use your body to come up. Along the same line, you already know that the right hand follows the right kick. But do you realize that the other hand should be counter or opposite that right hand or the left hand? So it could never be like this. We need to come on opposite ends, okay? And another way of looking at it is if you bring this foot in and you come in and come out this way. So you're at a little bit of an angle rather than straight ahead doing it this way. So the natural thing was to come up to an angle, then come out sideways, okay? So those are the things that are new. They're part of our refinement. There's probably a little bit more, but here again, you don't want your foot to come this way. You want to bring it in this way, center to the cross, and then out this way, okay? There's a sensation that could be felt in this area, concentrating in here, using those muscles to push out, okay? And we'll talk more about it as time goes by, okay? Here again, we're not looking for duration, we're not looking for height, we're looking for all safety measures, things that you have on board on your body that can help you with balancing, okay? Here we go. Opening up our span, 50-50. Thinking about what we're gonna do. Shifting our weight, using our hands, coming up and out. Down, opening up even more. Left hand, left foot up and up. Right and out. Okay, so then if you weren't concentrating and you saw that I fumbled, and I want to capitalize on what I did wrong to try to teach you. So we all know right foot, right hand. We all know counterbalancing. But do we get the sensation that as this foot is rising, this body is moving up? So they're in sync. I'm using that power down here, coming up together, and then crossing out. It's almost taken for granted that we all know that. Perhaps it needs to be said. So to do it incorrectly, I would start to come up and I would have my cross, but this foot didn't come up yet. So the peak or height of my raising my foot should be at this point here, and the opposite should not occur. The opposite meaning is my foot up and my cross is not there. So this cross is like holding a ball. It's a safety measure. It's giving me better balance. So it should be in sync. You can do it with me. Gather up that energy, shift the weight, come up together, and then out. Okay? Left side, gather energy, up and out. Okay? So right there, small elements that mean and serve in a big way.
Just to add a little bit regarding golden cockerel and kick out. In both, you do a leg raise, and most of us, we do it almost naturally. You use your butt muscle, the internal leg muscles that attach to the leg, but you can add a little bit more to helping yourself. Helps in terms of using more of your muscles of your whole lower quadrant of your torso. Use your abdominal muscles. That's one. And also, when you do it, if you concentrate on the dantian, concentrating here and lifting this leg, not only with the strength of the big muscles, but the belly muscles can give you just that little bit more of centering. You're coming up and you're here, see? Belly muscle is a little tighter, and then you come out, okay? So in the cockerel, as well as in the kick out, if you are able to shift your weight, and you got, in the cockerel, you're coming down, giving yourself this, you're bringing it toward the center, centering, you're bringing your everything toward the center. You're thinking dantian, you're thinking belly muscle, of course, the major muscles that are moving your leg, you need that, but you've already mastered that. But just to give yourself just a little bit more stability, okay? In the kick out, again, like she says, you come up, you bring it up, and then you come out. What they're trying to do, at least one martial artist was explaining that, at least in Tai Chi, they like to grab when they're going to kick. So this is not just fanning it out. You are grabbing to grab this guy so you have a stable point. You got him and you kick him, okay? So, but you're getting yourself up and you're centering your power, move the belly, coming up, grab the guy, but this is the counterbalance. Grab, but this is the counterbalance, like Lucille said.
So now we're at holding our ball, T-step, L stance, bow stance, okay? And let's clean it up a little bit more. I think I can offer a little bit more options and clarity to our movements that will apply to all our forms, okay? Here we go. Holding our ball in the T-step, root down on the right where all our energy is. Left foot ready to go, left hand ready to go. Out and to the side, bottom hand advances. Make the adjustment in the back, bow stance. Here it is. Sit back all the way and sit down on that imaginary stool. Pivot. Hold your ball for better balance. Form your T, root it down already. Out on an L, bottom hand advances, open the knees, turn your hips and waist, bow stance. Sit back all the way, sit down on that chair. Pivot, root down, T stance, L stance, open the knees, rotate hips and waist, bow and arrow. Where's your bow? Where's your arrow? Is your arrow straight? Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball for better balance, T, out and to the side, L, bottom hand advances at the same time you open your knees. Part the wild horse's mane, bow stance. Sit back and sit down, pivot. Form your ball as you form your T, rooting down already. L, open the knees, turn hips and waist, bow and arrow. Is your offered snack hand, is your hand that's offering the snack at least eye level for your fingertips? Is your knee not beyond your toes? Is your arrow straight without a buckle in the knee? Sit back and sit down. Pivot. Ball T. L, open knees over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, ball and T. L, open the knees over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, root down, T and ball. L, open the knees over the heel, down, eye level. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, ball and T. Okay, so can I show you what you just did? So we're looking at timing. We're looking just like how we were trying to zero in on how our body can simultaneously help us when we do our kickouts and when we do our golden cockerel is all throughout Tai Chi. And one of the first things we learned is about T stance and bow stance. So in a T, once I'm on a T stance, I can never be upright. If I'm upright, more than likely, we have two weighted feet. So can we try to make that statement true? Give me a T, but stand erect. Give me a T and stand erect. When you stand erect, I feel that at least 50% or 40% is on my T stance. I cannot move. Therefore, I have to weight down on my cap of the letter T, this right foot. When I weight down, this gives me a weightless foot. So the premise now is you can easily fall if 2 feet want to move together. You can better your chances of not falling if 1 foot is ready to go and this guy is stable. Once this is flat, I'm then able to move my back foot. Okay? So the posture remains the same. If our shoulders are relaxed, we can easily be rooted. If our shoulders are tense and we don't have correct Tai Chi posture, more than likely this T stance does not work. It's contradictory to what Tai Chi stands for. We have 2 weighted feet, which is not correct. So once we root down, this is weightless. This allows me to then move to the side, move to the side, move my hand. Open this knee, meaning out this way, out this way. Energy comes through my hips and waist, through my torso, through my shoulders, then flattens this way. If this is weightless and I come out clearly on an L, I cannot push this foot down because the energy is still here. This is a misalignment. We want to save our knees. Therefore, we say heel out, energy up and across after we open that knee, up and across like we're on a hill, and then flatten down as if we're over the hill and down. Okay? Sometimes we understand fully what we are hearing and being instructed on, but the application of what you hear may not always fit what your body does. Okay? And I think we all can identify with that. And even when someone approaches you, you think you're doing something, but in actuality you're not. So I want to make sure that's correct. Can we just try that now? We're on a T-step, holding our ball, good Tai Chi posture. Out on a heel, bottom hand advances, open that knee, over the heel meaning the energy comes up, and then it goes down. Bow and arrow, sit back, sit down. Pivot, root down, T, ball, L, bottom hand, open the knees, over the hill, then down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, root down, T and ball. L, open the knees, energy up over the hill, down. All right, I think you've gotten it. Okay, you gotta practice because it doesn't just come in a few minutes or a few seconds. When we extend our hand to part the wild horse's mane, we feel the sensation that our body is elongated because the energy then comes this way out to that foot, out to our hand. Therefore, there is a definite connection, a sensation that you may or should feel. So we are getting away from just saying, oh yeah, she said this. In fact, my hips weren't even turned. So what I'm trying to get at, which is often overlooked because nobody wants to spend the time to make you feel that and force you to feel it, but I think at least I should say it so that perhaps you can try to get into that arena to feel it. So what I'm saying is that if everything is correct and you are doing what I've already described, just finish it off by extending and feeling with that extending of the shoulder, hips and waist, moving that, because you remember it's not just this, but it is the power of your hips and waist, torso, that's bringing out my hand. You should feel that sensation where you're stretching and the chi or energy is being distributed, okay? All right, those are things that we can work on all the time that we do Tai Chi. I think now that I want to get into the 16, there's really no rush to do the 16, the 10, or the 24 for level 3, because everything that I will teach you can apply to all forms. So right now you say, well, I already know the 10, I already know the 24, and I already know the 16. So what more is there? Well, there's a lot more, even for me. But I'm going to address the 16, but the elements that I'm going to address apply to all forms of yang, okay? So we'll do the 16 really slowly. I'm not sure at what movement I'll end at, but I want to clean up commencing form and everything that goes with it, okay? All right, good Tai Chi posture. This time we can come slightly in because we know that when we start commencing form, it's in. Whereas when we were doing kick out and golden cockerel, we knew it was a movement that was just going to move rather than commence and gradually get into a form, okay? So we can come in closer, dropping those shoulders, relaxing, butt tucked under, hollowing out our chest, chin down, tongue on our palate, head erect. 50-50. Slowly drain the weight off of our left. Heel comes up, on our sole, on our toe, off the ground, open, toe, sole, arch, heel. 50-50. As we feel that 50-50, our hands rotate. Middle of our thighs, taking a deep breath in. You don't have to make it obvious, but you should feel that breath coming in. Shoulder level, exhale. Sinking into your 2 feet. Form your ball, form your T. You're already rooted down. Look at the size of your ball. Move to an L, bottom hand, open the knees. Turn the hips and waist as the energy flows outward. Part the wild horse's mane, bow and arrow. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out. Ball for better balance. Heel on an L, bottom hand advances as your knees open. Flatten down, stretch out. Half step means a toe We hold the ball for better balance. As we spin the ball to the right, we sit back on our left foot, counterbalance. Bring up the foot, bring up the hand, set it on its toes. We're set as white crane. Make sure that elbow is not sticking out, but tucked down. You should feel at this point a sensation where you're rooted on your left foot. Therefore, everything drops. No weight on the front foot. Now, drop the front foot as you bisect just below your navel. Swirl out to the left, parallel and higher. What do I mean by parallel and higher? To brush your knee, the right hand, the palm should be closer to your shoulder. Step out on an L as your hands move together. Turn the face, brush your knee, fingertips to the eye level. Bow and arrow. Sit back and sit down.
Bye.